Hello friends, I hope you're well. My name is Behzat and this video is the second episode of the 3ds Max Club series. In this video we're going to continue modeling of the PLC house, and in the process of modeling we will use tools and techniques such as extrude, chamfer, array, spacing tools and other things you see. So stay with me until the end of the video and let's continue. Well, as you can see, we modeled the walls of the villa in the previous part. First of all, in order for the model to be seen better, I assign a physical material to it and consider a gray color for it. Of course, the topics related to materials are a detailed discussion, and since this course is related to modeling, we will not discuss the topics related to materials and rendering. Well, after assigning the gray material to the walls, we put the color of the desired object on the black to see the edges of the model better. Well, I made a mistake in the process of modeling the walls in the previous session and did not model the window that is located here. To fix this, I assign an edit poly modifier to the walls again. And after that, let's delete the polygons of this section. After removing the polygons, two holes are created which we can cover by selecting the borders around these two holes and using the cap option. Well, now we can use the Smart Extrude technique to edit the desired wall. Alright, according to the plan of the house, we have to consider OKB in some parts for the windows. And OKB means the height of the lower frame of the window from the floor level. Well, for this I want to use the connect and bridge technique, but before that, I will align the vertices of this wall with the surrounding wall so that there is no interference. After that, I select the side edges of this polygon and connect them. And since I want to consider the height of OKB to be 100 centimeters, then I set the height of this new edge to 100 centimeters. After that, we continue the process of connecting until the desired polygons are formed. Well, now that we have formed the desired polygons, we select both of them and use the bridge option to provide a connection between them. But after that, we have to adjust the front polygon to the side walls so that they are aligned. As you can see, sometimes it happens that some polygons are shaded after editing. Well, in order to solve this problem, we select the desired polygon and click on the Clear All option in the Smoothing Group section. To create the OKB in the next window, I want to use the slice plane technique. And for this, I select the polygons that need to be connected and click on the slice plane option in the modify panel. By clicking on the slice plane option, a plane with a yellow bar will appear, which is the slice plane. We can implement all transform commands on the slice plane. Here, after setting the slice plane to the desired height, we click on the slice option and then disable the slice plane. By doing these steps, we were able to create edges at the desired height on the selected polygons. And after that, we perform the polygon bridging technique again. Okay, after we have edited the walls, at this point I want to model the stairs that will be located here. For this, I draw a box in the desired dimensions and then I assign the base material that we made to it. But before that, you should be careful to move the house plan a little lower in the direction of the z-axis. And after that, I convert the box to an editable poly. Well, now I will make some connections between these two edges and then I will adjust the new edges in such a way that I can create the stairs using extrude option. Well, now I select the polygons that I want to be steps and click on the extrude option and then define the step height. By doing this, the selected polygons will be extruded 17 cm upwards. After that, by holding the Alt button and clicking on the first step, the desired step will be removed from the extrusion. We continue these steps until the stairs are completed. After the stairs are completed, we adjust the level of the stairs with the help of the snap tool. One of the other methods that we can use to create an edge on the desired polygon is the cut tool. Well, as you can see, I have selected a polygon here and then I activate the cut tool and it creates the desired edge from the point I want by clicking and dragging. After we made the stairs, I want to add more details to it. Well, as you know, the edges of the stairs are not sharp in the real world, and we can make this sharpness more natural by using the chamfer technique. To do this, I select the edges that I want to chamfer, and then I activate the chamfer option. By clicking and holding the first option, different chamfer modes will be displayed, and in this case I choose the triangular mode. The second option adjusts the amount of chamfer, and the third one adjusts the edge segments. Well, you can apply the desired chamfer on the edges by increasing or decreasing each of these options. Well, after completing the stairs, as you can see in this photo, we have a wall made of wooden elements in this spot. Well, to build this wall, I'm going to use the spacing tool technique. Well, first of all, I will create a box and then adjust its dimensions, and after that I convert it to an editable poly. Okay, now I will assign a chamfer modifier to this editable poly. And as you can see, the chamfer modifier can be assigned separately to an editable poly, which affects all its edges. And well, the parameters of this modifier are almost the same as the tool we used in the editable poly section. Well, now after adding the details to the edges of the wooden elements, I'll draw a line along the wooden wall. After that, I select the wooden element and press the Shift and I button. By doing this, the spacing tool window will appear. In this window, click on the Pick Path button and then select the line you draw. Well, as you can see, the wooden element is reproduced on the desired line, and you can adjust the number of these wooden elements. Just be aware that by changing the perspective angle, you have to click again on the spacing tool window so that the elements are displayed again. And now we are going through this process to continue this wall. In addition, after we have made the wooden elements of the wall, select them and turn them into a group. By doing this, these elements can be selected more easily. Well, of course, I want these wooden elements to be seen with brown color. For this, I define a new material with brown color and assign it to these elements. Well, now I want to stick some wooden elements vertically to this wall. To do this, first of all, I made a copy of this wooden elements. Well, before I continue, I want to tell you a few things about the difference between copy and instance. When you copy an object in instance mode, any changes you make on any of the objects will also be applied on the other object. Well, as you can see here, I move the vertices of this object and the vertices of the other one are also moved in the same way. But when copying is done in copy mode, the original object and the copied object have nothing to do with each other and are completely separate. Well, after learning the difference between these two cases, let's move on. Well, as you can see, I attached this element vertically to the wall at the bottom of the wall. Well, after I set the length of the element, I want to have several copies of this element on the z-axis along the length of the wall. One of the ways is to hold the shift button and move the element in the z-axis. And after that, you can set how many copies of the desired element you want. But in this method, you have no control over the copied elements. For example, you cannot adjust the distance between the elements. A better way is to use array tool. By using this tool, in addition to defining the number of copied elements, you can also set the distance between them. If you noticed, I made the copies in instance mode because I want to edit one of these elements so that the copied elements will undergo the same changes. Now I want to create an edge on one of these elements with slice plane and continue the created polygon along the other side of the wall. Okay, after I modeled the wooden wall, now I want to create the columns located in the front yard of the house. But first of all, I moved the plan of the house a little in the z-axis. After that, let's go to the top view and draw a plane, and then assign the base material to it. And again, like the previous steps, convert it to an editable poly. In order to see the shape of the column on the plan, by pressing the Alt and X buttons, we can put the desired plane into see-through mode. Well, now let's create the required edges using the connection tool. After that, let's delete these two polygons and then add volume to the column using the extrude tool. According to the height of the walls, I adjusted the height of the column to 219 centimeters. And finally, in order to increase the details of the work, I added a chamfer modifier to the model. Now that I have done the modeling of the column, I will place the other columns in the element group by holding down the Ctrl and Shift key and copying as an element. Okay friends, I think that's enough for this meeting. I hope this video was useful for you and you don't forget to practice the material we covered in this meeting. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you can share them with me in the comment section. Thank you for being with me until the end of this video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye for now.